Looking for a last-minute gift that's heartfelt and meaningful? Give your loved ones Storyworth and avoid delivery delays. Every week, Storyworth emails a thought-provoking question of your choice to your loved ones. Then, after a year, Storyworth compiles all of their stories, complete with photos, into a beautiful keepsake book you'll be able to share for generations to come. For instant email delivery, go to storyworth.com/memories and save $10 on your first purchase. That's storyworth.com/memories.
It took 4 years for us to watch the Muppets again after we felt disrespected from Nate in trying to put it on us back in the day.
You felt disrespected.
It was such a waste of our time here. I always throw it out. It's a running joke for us, and I'm like, hey, y'all want to watch the Muppets? Mr. Nate like that, don't he? It's a whole gag at our house.
Welcome to 4th and 10 right here on Spreaker, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and whatever you're listening on. If you were like, wait a second, he didn't say what I'm on, I'm sorry. Let them know that I don't know, and we'll see about adding them to the script, you know? So let's try it out. 3 comedians, 10 topics, 1 podcast, the unofficial podcast of the Nutcracker. So the ballet, except for the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. Every other part of that ballet, sure. But that song is creepy and it's gross and I don't like it.
Can you tell me another part of that play?
There's like Russian dancing parts. There's the soldiers. There's the Rat King. He's very scary. I was never a fan of the Rat, because usually the Rat King was like a rat head and then like a human body. So like people hands. And that always freaks me out when like puppets or mascots have people hands.
What is the name of the song you said no to?
The Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies.
All right. See how specific he was with that? And then we was like, name another one. He was like,
I couldn't name this. I would just been dun.
Yep, that's the one I don't like.
Know.
The one everybody knows.
Yeah, that's
You're
the
like
one.
Ballet hipster.
Ballet hipster.
What? Yeah, no, I liked it before it got popular. Get out of here.
Yeah, I saw Black Swan before it had Mila Kunis in it. So my name's Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter at _Owens, Instagram at
I hate Nate. No, I love us. I hate
via the 4th and 10 satellite. David produced with me.
What's up, people? Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at doordie at DUEORDIE or DavidPurdueComedy.com.
And of course, Damon Sumner.
What's going on, good people? Get at me on Instagram, DAMONJR2.
And Dan Duncan.
What's up, everybody? At Dan Dunk. That's a C, not a K. Just your local redneck.
Just
ready to bring the heat.
Okay.
There you go. The stealthy redneck.
Call back.
Call back for a perfect
You
time.
need to be a patron
You
to
better
know
be.
what I'm talking about.
Check it out. patreon.com/4th and 10 for all that exclusive content. You want to know about some inside jokes? You want to know about some callbacks? You got to get the pre-show. We do a pre-show every single week, 52 weeks out of the year, in person, virtual. We don't know, but we get it done. That's what we do know for as little as 4 quarters. So much more content over on Patreon. Check us out, which is, and I'm going to say this before we get to David and jump over David at the same time, because we talk about the patrons over in our Slack channel, which is part of our Patreon bonuses here. And if you didn't miss the episode last week, where clearly I was in the right about knowing exactly.
He had to bring it up.
Duncan was not. I don't think we can go any further here. I want to say this. I am 99 out of 100 with my takes. I want you to know I missed the Derrick Rose take 2 years ago. I accept that. I take that on the chin. But apart from that, check the scoreboard, people. Damon Sumner stays on fire. I got harassed, and people looked around me in the room, and I'm like, you don't know where Dan Duncan's from? You ain't know he had a beard? You didn't know he was from Colorado?
You didn't know he had a beard, though.
Nobody knew Dan Duncan was from Colorado. Nobody
Also,
No, but can we just talk about?
No,
I've spent every day with you for once a week. We have been in the same room for
David
5
didn't know it.
years.
David didn't know it.
These
Nate
people
didn't
you're
know it.
polling.
Who listen to us every day, who listen to us, can quote us back.
We have more conversations than
Nation?
just ones on the podcast.
What city am I from?
Dallas.
Shreveport.
That boy said Dallas. Said Dallas. Get out of here.
You lived in Dallas. You lived
I
in
said
Dallas.
Dallas.
You lived in Dallas. Did you not live in Dallas?
Yeah, I lived in Dallas. I also know you went to UGA. I also know you also lost your wife and had to go to Europe. I know small details. Yeah, but you didn't know where I was born. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
know you were if you quizzed me and you were like, "Am I Cajun?" I would say yes.
And I hear it. I hear you.
We don't have to make pop quizzes for each other.
That's what I'm doing tomorrow. All right, I get 4th and 10 pop quizzes.
Check that scoreboard behind me. That's all I want to know, patrons. Appreciate you. Patreon.com, Patreon. David, Purdue picks.
We're not doing it again. I said this last week. I'm off. Next. We gotta go.
Next.
Also, I think we need to address the 4th and 10 fantasy football league, and I need to confess
let's do that real quick.
That I gave up. And
are you getting beat?
Oh, I'm getting beat, bro.
I have to have the worst record here.
I don't think so. I think I did.
There's no.
I think I'm 3-9.
Oh, we in the same boat then, bro. We in the same boat.
Like
I just
confession time. Fam, I don't even have the app on my phone. I don't even have. I'm gonna open it right now before we get to the first topic here. Did I win? Oh, I lost. I'm 5-8. I'm 5-8.
I'm 5-8. You know,
I'm 5-8.
I'm 6-7.
Dan, you out here with twice the wins I got on accident.
Nate, where you at? I know you looking every day, Nate.
I'm 7-6. I started the year 6-0.
What
you better losing.
And I'm now set since the Braves won the World Series. That's when I had Derrick Henry carrying my whole team.
You did.
I had Derrick Henry and Patrick Mahomes, and then Mahomes has struggled for a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to, trend back in the right direction. I'm on a 3-game losing streak right now.
Bro, I had 3 people on bye starting.
I just
still won.
Cliff Jones is 11-2. I'm in the wrong division.
I'm losing it to him right now.
Yeah, I'm losing to Elliott right now. Shout out to Elliott by 20-some points because he had, I think it was Diggs. Somebody went off for a crazy number. Yeah, Dalvin Cook, and I would have won. But let me say, I'm trying to win. Like I still paid attention. Never again will I auto draft. I don't care if it was one of the best comedy days that I had in this whole year, opening at the Tabernacle for Michael Che. I should have just got the app. And trying to do them like, hold on, Mr. Che, don't talk to you right now. I got to win a fantasy. I got the draft.
We'll start planning better. See, the problem is like trying to, because I don't love doing evening drafts because there's a part of me that's like, because then like comedy runs into it or evening plans. Like
we did this time.
I know next year we'll do a Sunday afternoon draft. Sunday before the season starts, we'll do a nice little afternoon draft in the sunshine. Do some day drinking together. That's the plan.
That sounds amazing.
Because I'm putting in work. Like I'm still out here making waiver deals and still coming up 3-10. Like I'm trying. This team that ESPN gave me is trash. I sound like Adam in the garden. The woman that you gave.
The thing is, though, I'm thankful because I don't think auto draft. If you win on auto draft, then you didn't win. I don't respect those championships.
Nobody care about your standards, Nate.
I didn't lose to you. I lost to ESPN. That's the thing. Now, unless you have like a lot of turnover and you're riding the waiver wire.
All right. You took this too far. All right. You took this too far with your theories.
We're about to vote somebody out of our family league. I've sent a lot of notes to the commissioner about it. This dude has left injured players in his lineup. He has become an automatic win. And I'm just like, what's the point? Get him out of there.
Did you get one of these wins?
Yeah, and
watch your mouth.
That's when I sent the screenshot. I would rather lose than keep this guy in the league. He doesn't respect our time.
Let everybody
enough.
get the win.
This is why Libby will never let you have the budget control right here. That's I'd rather lose. Let's go.
All right, let's jump into it. First topic, biggest story in the sports world. I mean, y'all can probably recite what we're about to say. Kyrie Irving, who has been, I do want to make this note. He has said himself he is not anti-vaccine. He was anti-vaccine mandate. And now he's coming around saying, quote, that he would take a plant-based vaccine. Now, there are plant-based vaccines in the works in Canada and I believe Japan. And that's what he's in for. Damon, you're probably the most pro-vaccine person on this podcast. I feel like you got it first. You got it early. You traveled to get it.
I did.
You took it. You crossed state lines. So I want to ask you: are you excited about this plant-based vaccine?
Listen, man, everything is better with animal blood in it. So I'm all about that cow meat vaccine. I want pig in it. I want whatever in that thing. I don't trust plants. They blow in the wind. You can step on them. I don't believe in that. I need something with bones in it. So this plant-based vaccine, it sound like a salad. It sound like it'll feel good, but it won't sit on your ribs. And I don't like that. I need my medicine sturdy and like Elmer's glue. So I'm out on the plant-based vaccine, bro. I don't trust it.
I might be really dumb, but what part of the current vaccine is not kosher?
Dan, I'm with you, bro. I didn't know it was swine in my vaccine.
We got real in the vaccine, bro.
I didn't know I was out here.
I don't care, but I just thought there was some spike proteins cooked up together to make a vaccine.
I think it'd be funnier if this vaccine was already plant-based and they're just rebranding it to get Kyrie.
It's like gluten. Hey guys, we got a gluten-free vaccine coming.
Hey man, let me just say
it's only available in Canada, so you got to get it, Kyrie, when we go to Toronto next week.
This is all the trick. Y'all, Damon and Dan, y'all have kids. You know how you trick your kids into eating good food?
Come on now.
This is somebody in Brooklyn's PR was like, no, it's plant-based now.
It's good.
You can, because listen, and Kyrie needs an excuse to get back in. I don't know if y'all saw Instagram lately. I'm not saying he running out of money, but I am saying that he's starting to sell sweatpants.
Yeah.
That man selling sweatpants on his Instagram, and they wax things regular sweatpants. Like he don't work for Nike. Go look at his Instagram now. He's selling sweatpants and hoodies. Bro, you a whole lottery pick. You selling sweatpants and hoodies, and you got Nikes on your feet. We just go buy Nike sweatpants and Nike hoodies. We don't want your hoodies. Sweatpants. And I think it says like search of the truth hoodies. You can't say that, flat earther. You can't say that. Your search for the truth led you off the face of the earth. You don't get to say that to us. I'm tired of him, man.
What in the heck is his profile picture?
Oh man.
This is great. I'm so excited.
He's a bit to his own drum.
I don't want to not like him.
Bro, he is into something.
I don't want to not like him. But he don't give me a lot to like. And his stands make him even worse.
His profile picture looks like something out of Scientology.
Yeah.
Oh, this man.
Then you go, and then you get these bad memes.
Oh, he got
Oh yeah.
Somebody take his Instagram. He spelled his name there. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, Trae Young like one of his pictures. That's not good.
Hey man, because they still friends. You gotta support your friends.
Baby, they hoop together.
Hey, if you posted something crazy, I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna tell you on the side. You look crazy. Man. But publicly, I'm like, that's my friend.
That's my homie, fam.
Bro,
that's my homie.
He thinks he is Morpheus.
He do. We will never like you that way, man.
No, he's not Morpheus. He's. I'm. You know what? I went into a Matrix thing.
I thought you had 6 reference names.
I saw the first movie probably 10 years ago. I couldn't remember any other names. I couldn't remember the bad guys' names.
David's so confident. He ain't Morpheus.
It's because I could see it in my head. I could see Hugo Weaving in the suit. I was like, man.
Dumbledore. No way.
Okay. Real talk. Is Kyrie, has he like claimed Native American ancestry?
Yeah. Remember that? Oh, yeah. You remember on the
when he was doing the Boston joint,
the episode with is it Dr. Nat?
I can tell you,
Nate.
Yeah, that was just us.
Yeah, that was just us. Oh yeah, an actual native. what they call him, a TikTok Indian. The native
That's
community
what she called
She
him.
said the native community calls him a TikTok Indian.
I know.
So that's got to be. I feel like as a black person, that felt like coon. I can't say it is, but that felt like.
Oh God.
It felt coon to me, which is a great insult. So
Great insult.
Yeah.
Great insult.
Yeah.
Didn't he convert to Islam?
Hey, man,
I can't
who knows
keep
with this guy? We can't keep up with him.
Oh, I'm so confused by it. I'm so confused
at all.
We gonna talk about it later, but I promise you,
like
all
of these things aren't. None of these things are bad things. It's just that he keeps like Baskin Robbins his worldview into nothing. It is just like, bro, no one cares anymore about your opinions, about what you think.
You have too many of them for us to
You're just a bad, like, fake news clickbaity website that like is an ad inside of Twitter where you're like those really weird headlines that you're like, wait, what? And then you look down like promoted. You're like, oh, okay, I got it.
And they're too ashamed.
That's what Kyrie is now. That's what Kyrie
is. Too ashamed to commit. He clicked on a promoted tweet.
Hilarious.
Dude.
Hilarious.
The great advice from old folks say: keep the main thing the main thing. Kyrie,
I
think LeBron broke him.
I think not breaking LeBron broke him.
Maybe.
I think he wanted to be that level and realized he could not be, and then he was been broken ever since.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like an island of misfit toys that he belongs in, like with Rudolph and that weird Jack in the Box. All right, let's go.
Yeah, boys, I hear the toys under Sid's bed. Let's keep it moving out. That was for my older millennials who knew that one. Topic number 2 out here. LeVar Ball, he's back in these streets. Got 2 boys.
God, shut the.
LaMelo. LeVar Ball said the other day online. He says that LaMelo, who is the star point guard for the Hornets, he said he doesn't need advice from Michael Jordan. And I quote, "When the last time he won a championship?" End quote. I want to be clear about this. I think just assumption and context clues. I think LeVar Ball is a great dad. I think he's raised 3 great men. He could be, have no idea, could be a potentially great husband. Those. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm finna say here. That's 1. 2, terrible businessman. 3,
Mr. Burnett, have you got your shoes yet?
Does Chris have his slides?
Chris have his slides.
Hashtag where are the slides?
Where are the slides?
When you say when the last time he won a championship like that, it's so hilariously dumb to me. Literally, you cannot listen to anybody who has experience of any worth in the past, who's been where you want them to go, who's been where you want your sons to go, because potentially they haven't done anything of that sort lately. I'm going to stop here for this first part because I just want to make sure it's clear how I feel about this statement that is disgustingly dumb and funny. But I'm going to jump to you, Nate, for this here. Am I wrong on how I feel about this statement?
No, and to clarify before I go into it, as just the very little coaching experience I have, I will take a dad who is LeVar over the opposite. Like, sure. I've had kids that are like scared to shoot or do anything because they're looking into the stands because their dad tells them that they suck. So to have a dad that's like, my kid doesn't need MJ, I'm like,
empowerment. Okay.
Yeah, like I'll take that every time.
Okay.
It's the funniest thing he's ever said. I cannot believe that in 5 years on this podcast that I've had to defend LeBron, that I never once wrote anything that funny. Like, because that's such a funny anti-Jordan argument. I think it's hilarious. And I think the funniest thing is it'll definitely upset Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan's going to go out and win a championship somewhere. Like, he's going to join that 3-on-3 league just to win and be like, last year, that's when I won. 3 wins you win. It's just it's amazing.
That's the real question. When did you win? You asked me when the last time Michael Jordan won.
When did you win?
That being said, because I'm probably the only. I think I'm the only LeVar fan in the here in this podcast.
History would say yes.
Listen, because here's what I realized: if you go back and watch when he makes these bold statements, this man he grins like a professional. Like, he's a professional wrestler without the wrestling. He just talk. He
has actually been in WWE.
He's also been a professional. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, has he?
But if you hear him make these statements, he can't help but giggle a little bit when he says it.
Hilarious.
So I know we only read this statement, but I guarantee if he went, he was yelling, shaking his head as a wrestler would do, and he didn't mean it. Like he didn't mean it like that. He's not trying to make it bad for his boy. And if I'm being honest, he probably about to drop another shoot and wanted to play Michael Jordan 1-on-1 and just say like, "Hey, check this drop." I'm a fan of him. Like I'm a fan of his. All his boys can ball. I said all his boys because 2 of them are in the NBA and 1 of them is in the G League. And people are like, oh, that's nothing. How many people you know in the G League?
Yeah.
And he's not bad. Like he got clocked the other day. He hadn't been playing. He played 15 minutes and scored 14 points. I can't do that.
I think he's a 10-day contract away from being on a roster.
Exactly. All his boys made it to some sort of professional basketball. Father of the year. Businessman of never.
Father of the year might be a stretch, but the fact that he has fostered the athletic achievements that he has in his sons is notable.
We get all that. We get all the father.
We get all that. but the like, even if he knows what he is doing, like I could say some things right now that would get all of us highly tweeted.
Ooh. Damn,
but I'm not going to because I like my reputation.
Oh, Dan ain't trying to get canceled, y'all. We got to move on from Dan. We trying to get canceled, Dan.
I just
cancel the theater shows.
Like he said that on an ESPN radio show. It's not like he tweeted it just for kicks and giggles.
Yeah, he had to. He probably was like, y'all not paying enough attention to my boy. He probably saw his son was down and like the All-Star voted, and he was like, let's make some noise.
Let's make some noise.
Like, I get it. He can for sure be annoying. I just don't think he means everything he says. I think he meant that all his boys gonna make to the NBA.
Sure.
I don't think he means the other
anything
stuff.
Else.
I think he's a showman. You can't get on WWE and not have an eye for being like
The Rock, Stone Cold. You got to have a gimmick. You got to have a character.
I'm selling it. Yeah.
All right. So to take it far too seriously, let's get rid of the championships comment.
Okay.
Because I do think, and I don't know, I want to ask this: is Jordan on that level where he's so good and so talented that he cannot give advice because people just aren't on his level? Like Barry Bonds is the worst hitting coach of all time. And it's because it was so easy to him. He does not know how to teach that. So is there any truth to there's nothing Jordan can say because nobody is Jordan?
No, I don't think so at all. I don't think Jordan is winning 6 championships, love it or hate it, without being able to be a good leader. Like, you can love his leadership style, you can hate his leadership style, but I've got to will Bill Cartwright. I've got to will Luke Longley. I've got to push Steve Kerr, right? We had moving pieces for 6 championships, 3 repeats. You're not winning 82 games in the playoff run here without being able to keep the morale high, to get somebody out of Las Vegas and bring them back. So I can still, on a people level, in my opinion here, still be able to glean and learn some insight, even if I'm in a stratosphere that potentially my sons may never get in or anybody else may get in. I still think there's a level that you definitely can see him giving real advice.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Dan.
I just don't know if I believe you're so good you can't be a teacher. Chipper Jones was probably one of the best switch hitters of all times, and he gets called on a regular basis to come to spring training just to for 10 minutes spend time with our hitters. So I think it boils down to probably a level of time that he is putting in. I know how much time that man spends on the golf course. He is not spending nearly as much time as he used to in the gym, assessing the talent, assessing whatever. He's getting what he's putting in at this point in time in Charlotte. So I think he sees that he's, pulling together a decent team right now. But I mean, that man has more genius inside of his pinky toe than most humans can dream of. So I just don't believe that he may not be willing to give that genius anymore to the world. But Tiger Woods clearly knows how to coach his son in golf because that swing is a carbon copy of the swing that he manifested. So I think it just depends on how much he wants to give, and it doesn't seem like he wants to give very much.
I'll just say this, and Scottie Pippen sent LeVar Ball next. Scottie Pippen sent LeVar Ball. That's what that was.
That's amazing.
Next topic. Let's talk about outer space because Michael Strahan's gonna go there. I don't exactly know.
Where's Michael Strahan not? That dude's on 19
That's
networks
true.
and apparently a space station.
That's what I was like looking. I was like, is this like with Good Morning America? Is this with Fox on NFL? Like NFL
You ain't in America
Fox?
no more. You in space, bro.
So he's heading up into space. I want to know, anybody in this group want to go to space?
Want to?
Can we define space?
Go into orbit?
Okay, yeah, because like going real high in a plane that may or may not burn up in the atmosphere doesn't seem like all that like enticing. Now,
Yeah,
you tell me I
not
can go
what-
walk on the moon. I'm in on that journey. But like just going real high in a plane versus kind of high in a plane
Yeah, right.
with the risk factor 100xing, no, I'm good.
So he's already been up there. I guess 2 days ago. He already went up there.
But like up where? Like
I'll be
this
real
is
with you.
this is when people talking about like in the above the atmosphere. Like, cool. Did you see the planet? Because if you didn't, if all you saw was a bigger portion of the ocean, I'm probably that seems so stupid to me.
No, I think you're right. I'm just gonna let y'all know personally. Every time I'm in a plane, I think I'm in space. So every time I'm off the ground, I'm in space because I'm not on the ground. I'm in space.
the picture I'm looking at, he's in space.
Yeah.
Like he's outside of the atmosphere. He's floating around. I don't know how long he spent in space, but he is in what I would define as space. If that helps.
It didn't.
Damon,
but
what do you think?
I appreciate your efforts there. Absolutely not. I don't go past the ocean, past my belly button. So I'm not gonna go to a place where my feet can't stay down.
But you went skydiving.
You did.
I did. I went back down to the earth, and so I'm not.
You're not looking to go the opposite way.
No, not the opposite way. Also, it's also still unknown terrain. I don't trust anything out there. I barely trust anything in here. So you got the things that are flying around. It's just unnecessary. It's every time I get on Twitter, I see a picture of an octopus bedazzled with a glowing light, and I'm like, the ocean is still unknown. Why are we leaving our skyline?
Okay, that's my next question. Would you rather go to space or the bottom of the ocean?
They're both terrifying. They're both absolutely terrifying to me. But if I'm choosing one, first off, you're not going to the bottom of the ocean and coming back up. I'm probably just going scuba dive. If I just could scuba dive and get 20 feet, it's 20 feet. If I get my whole head wet, if I get the back of my hair wet, I feel like I am deep into the ocean. If me and David get our full head submerged in the water, I feel like we've done our job. But never.
I'm cool. Like if they say science, we figured out a way to get to the bottom. I want to go to the bottom before I want to go up there. Because you know what I ain't never seen no boat or submarine blow up without somebody blowing it up. I have seen the spaceship go up
on his own
and then blow up. So if I'm the first one to blow up underground, so be it. But I ain't seen it yet. Second thing, have y'all seen the pictures of this spacecraft?
Mm-mm.
Very phallic, if I may say. Like more so than normal.
They all have been.
They all have been.
Like, all these new I'm saying like all these like new like 2020 plus spaceships.
Yeah.
They all look like
it look like something out of Austin Powers.
Yeah, they are scientific PPs. Like
that can't
it is
be the best way to get to space. I don't care. That's a joke, bro, by the engineers. That can't be aerodynamically the best way to get to space. They playing with us.
They're all like hitting each other in the launch. They're like, they said it.
Look at it. They did it. It's up there. Yeah. They like drawing balls on it and stuff like that. Ain't no way, man.
I told him that would help. With the atmosphere. It's put balls on it.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way it's supposed to look like that. The spaceship ain't supposed to look like that.
Too funny. Let's keep moving. Let's get down into some parenting / high school sports here. So, a high school player sucker punched an opponent, and the mother is being charged with 2 misdemeanor charges. We've talked about sports. We've talked about being a referee, being coaches, parents in the stands, and so this is another episode here. So this is a daughter of an ex-NBA player, Corey Benjamin, if you remember him in the league. Sucker is so the mom is charged criminally in Cali after allegedly directing her daughter to sucker punch an opponent who ended up having a concussion, according to the attorney. And they go on to do the apology and all that jazz here. But if convicted, the mom could face a year in jail. And I'm talking about, if you ain't seen the video here, like, it is, first off, stature-wise, the puncher is quite larger than the punchy. And this 15-year-old girl, she was like, all right, mama, what you say do? That's what you want me to do. You want me to punch her in the face and keep playing? Okay. And just out of nowhere, straight sucker punch. And so now this mom out here could potentially be sitting out here on a cold bench with a tattoo friend here on the sideline. David, I'm going to start with you. Because I know you've been too close to the game as a ref, as a coach, as a player. I'm gonna start with you as a person without a parent. Okay, as a person who's without
they love me very much.
Yes. Let me be specific. Without a child here, how are you feeling about this here? Either the mom allegedly saying it, then the daughter also doing what the mom allegedly said.
Bad parenting. Let's start about that. Terrible parenting. And I'm saying that as someone who, and it's only bad parenting because you're not supposed to tell them to punch the kid. Like, I had a little sister. I definitely told her in basketball game, you got to do something. You know, air quote, leaves it imagination. You got to do something to get this girl off or whatever, right? So you don't explicitly say punch him. You say, man, they chest look real open, or you know what I'm saying? Or like, that one knee look real wobbly, or something like that. But you don't say like something that looks basketball related. You can't just ask them to do a whole different sport. You ain't got no boxing trunks. You ain't got no boxing gloves. They playing basketball. Make her make a basketball move to get your point across. Not just straight punching. That's why it's bad. You don't know how to do this right.
Don't know how to do it right. Nate?
Yeah, I mean, like, first off, I'm very glad that this is a thing of parents getting charged for their kids doing stupid stuff. But yeah, David's got, like, basketball, you can make contact in basketball. You can make hard contact in basketball. And the only consequences are within the confines of basketball. Like, that's it. But yeah, I think there was somebody, I forgot what comic it was, that talked about, like, you can talk about violence as long as it's silly. He's like, I can't say that I want to hit my wife. He's like, that's bad. But I can say I want to punch my wife's head off of her shoulders and send it to the moon. He's like, once you get cartoony with it, you can get a little bit more.
They're wrong. I just want to say that real quick. They're wrong.
But I'm saying,
as
like,
I heard that, I was like, nope, take that back.
I didn't deliver it well.
To get to the goofy part. Punch my head.
I was going a little bit slower.
Punchline not strong enough.
I think you need a little bit more cartoon. Like, I'm gonna roadrunner you onto some TNT.
Come on now.
So I think the specifics of the hitter was just too.
I watched this video, and it looked like 19 of the high school girl fights I saw in high school.
Yeah.
Like, it's serious. She's out of line. I wanted to make an argument to, like, support this girl.
You
but
did
I can't.
pause. I was like, damn, about to come from the hip with this.
I want there to be some reason, because I've thought about swinging on someone like that and never had the guts to. But, like,
well, here's the thing.
There was no beginning to it. It would be one thing if she had gotten hard fouled and she just
doesn't.
But also, like, very obedient. And, like, I think you want that in your
point for the obedience.
I mean, an immediate obedience. That's what my parents always stated. They would always say, like, we need you to listen and we need you to immediately obey. They said obedience should not be delayed. So, the fact that she heard to hit somebody, and she did.
Did she hear during a huddle? This is what I want to
No,
know. Because if she yelled from the stands, guess what? I'm not gonna be next to the girl that want to hit me.
They're in the midst of the game. I think she takes a shot or passes or something happened, and then like she bumps into her. The puncher is bigger than the punchy, so that's one. And two, like she kind of bumps into her, like Dan said, nothing egregious at all. And then she kind of looks at the stands, check 1 2, and then comes rah, bow, and girl goes down here. And now the girl is permanently banned from competing.
Good.
So now Mama might be in jail, and now also thank you, Mama, and my obedience for messing up my potential.
Bro, before this video, I couldn't imagine a situation where I would hit a woman. But if I heard some mom yell out for her sister, and like that was my daughter,
we're going across the stands. We're going across the stands.
Yeah,
we parent to parent now. This ain't
we just two human beings with children. We just two human beings with children.
Tell you,
and I will equally dish out this ass whooping.
Come on over.
Woman, child, I don't care.
Come on over.
You coming for mine. I got to put you on your ass.
That lean back we talked about in pre-show.
Yeah.
That I will
take her out. Take her out.
Yeah, there's no way if I'm on the court though, if I hear that and I know she's talking about me, I'm not guarding her no more. like as soon as I hit her, I'm like, Coach, you check me out. This girl too big.
Yeah,
she's gonna hurt me. You can go ahead and take me out the game right now.
I'm out.
I got a cramp. I got a knee injury. I got something that caused me not to be here right now.
Hilarious.
I'll tell you that much.
All right, next topic. Let's talk Urban Meyer. He's back in the news, but this time for professional reasons. So there's a step up. And apparently his team hates him. The old team hates him. His coaching staff is not a fan. So this was on NFL.com from Tom Pelissero, who has said he has some sources. One of them, Marvin Jones, the receiver, who said that Myers has not treated them like adults, treats them like kids. This is my favorite part. During a staff meeting, Meyer delivered a biting message that he's a winner and his assistant coaches are losers. According to several people informed of the contents of the meeting, challenging each coach individually to explain when they've ever won and forcing them to defend their resumes. So now, Dan, you are a boss, you're a leader, and you know it's probably best to call the team around you losers. Like, and to be like, why are you here? Why in the world did I hire you? Are you kidding me?
The very notion that he seemingly forgot that he hired every single person in that room is hilarious to me. Like, this is LeBron like 2.0. Like, you're a loser because you put this team together. LeBron and Urban Meyer have a lot in common. I'll just leave it there.
Wow.
If I'm one of them people, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen you with no Super Bowls, Urban. Where your Super Bowls at? We ain't talking about, where your rings at? I ain't seen you with no rings, no playoff appearances. You ain't got no. I mean, what do you have? We all losers, baby. Because guess what? You got a win-loss record. I don't. And you got way more losses than me.
Can we just talk about the difference of what's the team that's like they've had like one tie, one win. They just won. Detroit
Lions.
Where that team is crying for the coach.
Yep.
That they're like for each other. They're having a worse season. But literally that coach is going to keep his job over Urban Meyer because he is like those players are killing themselves.
Yeah, they're just not good players.
There's not. That's different.
Yeah, that's all different.
You have the number one pick, the number one quarterback.
Yeah,
and you're making him look like freaking Aaron Murray out here. Like
that's the thing. If Jacksonville cares about Trevor Lawrence, they'll bring in somebody else
immediately.
Yeah,
and they'll get rid of. And obviously, you need to bring in a quarterback-centric head coach. But the frustrating thing about all this is Meyer will fail in the NFL, whether he is fired, whether he quits, whether he walks out on his team like he's done in the past. And then he will immediately be hired in the next 2 weeks.
Nah, dude, he's tainted goods.
I don't think colleges care anymore. Like I can see Oklahoma would gobble him up in a heartbeat.
Nah, dude. I legitimately think the press, like you look at what happened to Coach O and like what happens outside the field, like I think colleges do care. And I think there's enough good young coaches that I think he is. I mean, again, you talk about recruiting. What is like college football is recruiting. And if I'm recruiting against Urban Meyer and I'm like, well, he's saying, well, I can get you to the NFL. Like, look at all the players in the NFL that hated him. Why would you want to play for him?
Ever since Bobby Petrino is employed, and that's where I'm just like, schools really do not care.
Where
ultimately.
Bobby Petrino is employed where in a where? I
mean, he's been at Arkansas. Louisville took him back. Right now, he is.
Watch him not be in the league. Watch him not be nowhere.
he's in a Power 5 championship. He's not in a Power 5 school. I can guarantee.
Mississippi, Missouri State.
Missouri State.
Okay, not a Power 5 school.
Power 5.
But I'm saying like after the Falcons,
dude,
Arkansas.
He's at Missouri. He is at Missouri. He is at the bane of college football. He makes $885,000 a year. Congratulations, you motorcycle wrecking piece of shit.
After he wrecked the motorcycle, Louisville was like, you know what? Maybe you should come on back.
No, okay. Look, if they think you can win and you do some crazy stuff off the field, cool. If you do some crazy stuff off the field and you can't win, you are like broken goods. And I don't think that it's a coin flip. You might be right, but I actually think that he is like scoring up enough of these like bad moments that if I'm recruiting against him, he's no longer the championship Tim Tebow, Florida, Ohio, like turning Ohio State around. Like he has enough other things that I can recruit against him. He's not Nick Saban. He's not even in the realm of Nick Saban.
Not at all.
Anymore.
Yeah, I not hope that.
But he used to be. But he used to be in the realm of Nick Saban. He's not even close anymore. He's tarnished goods. And I'm a stand for Urban because again, I know his daughter, and she's an amazing person. So like, this is honestly hard for me to swallow because I've been on this podcast multiple times being like, I don't think a human can create that human and be a bad person.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling back. Like that dude is trash.
Yeah.
He is
like,
a trash human being.
You're like just like you did good. For what you had, you did real good.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We'll see. Time will tell for sure. Time will tell for sure. Let's keep it moving.
It's not been a good 3 months for Urban Meyer.
No, not at all. Not at all. But these next few minutes going to be good for you because it's topic number 6, your grandma's favorite topic. You know what it is. Nate Hayes, what we're hanging on this week.
All right, we need to talk about something that I put on Twitter a couple days ago, and the Twitterverse wasn't a huge fan of. I don't know if I've talked about it on this podcast before or not. There's a chance I have because it's an opinion I've had for my entire life, and I will continue to have for my entire life. And that is that It's a Wonderful Life is super overrated. It's very boring. And it's not a top 10 Christmas movie. It's just not. And I just wish people would admit it. Like they have made better Christmas movies. It is okay to move it down on your list, but something about because it's in black and white and because it has these lines that people like to repeat and feel good about, that it's stayed in the top 10. And I just want people to admit it. I want people to admit that it's bad because at this point, it feels like a prank on me that anytime I throw it out there, that becomes my most controversial, interacted with opinion. It's a bad movie. It doesn't look great. It doesn't sound good. The little daughter is annoying. The guy who plays the main character, I do not understand the appeal of him at all. I know he's a legendary actor. I know he's a legendary actor. I'm sure he's done other great stuff. I haven't watched any of his other movies because I dislike It's a Wonderful Life so much.
Ever seen Spirit of St. Louis?
No.
It's great.
Why would I watch more of him?
Or finding Mr. It's Mr. Something Goes to Washington or something like that.
I'm sure he's got other great movies. I think he's an Oscar winner. It's just this movie is bad. It's a basic story. It's not like it doesn't. And also, like, isn't the whole thing is like he has put himself in a bad situation, and then he is bailed out because he's a sad person. He doesn't fix his situation.
People didn't fix stuff back in
That's
the 40s,
not true.
man.
That's not true.
He gets
How many
bailed
times have
out
you
because
seen
the whole town shows up to his house and sings, and all of a sudden they're just like, "Oh, I guess we're done with like the debt and with the suicide." Like, he needs a therapist. He doesn't need people at his house. 40s.
What are you talking about? You can't go back and say he should have had something that didn't exist.
He starts the movie by trying to commit suicide,
and yet you're hating on him.
Yeah,
the man didn't die at the end. Figured it out.
What are we doing here?
Baby
Nate,
steps.
you're one decision away from living his life, so just pump the brakes.
Man, I ain't never heard nobody hate Jimmy Stewart. He ain't did nothing to you, man.
It's just that one movie. It's just that one movie.
But do you actually hate the movie, or do you just hate that everyone likes that movie?
I hate that people hold it up on this pedestal. I just wish people were realistic.
So you don't actually hate you just don't hate the movie, because I don't disagree that it's a fairly slow movie, that it's fairly depressing to watch, and that it's not on the top of my list of things I'm jumping at to watch during the holiday season. But it's not a bad movie. It's not
a top 10 Christmas movie.
I don't know if
why do you know 10 Christmas
I just
movies?
Saying.
What do you mean?
Let's start there.
10?
No, why? Why do you know 10 Christmas movies?
Because Christmas movies are
great. Maybe 5.
I want to hear what Damon has to say, because I'm very curious about his take, and then I want you to go 10-1 on Christmas movies, and if you can actually give me 10 movies that are better than It's a Wonderful Life.
If I may make this thing, I'm gonna guess. I have a guess that Damon Sumner, 1, has not seen this movie, and 2, has no idea who Jimmy Stewart is.
David, oh David, how right you are. I am. Listen, I'm a connoisseur of movies in my family. I try to give them the classics, and we've looked at the trailer and the cover 4 times. 4 Christmases have come and gone. It took 4 years for us to watch The Muppets again after we felt disrespected from Nate in trying to put it on us back in the day.
You felt disrespected.
It was such a waste of our time here. I always throw it out. It's a running joke for us, and I'm like, hey, y'all want to watch The Muppets? Mr. Nate like that, don't he? It's a whole gag at our house. Now I could give you 10 because I watch them all the time with my kids. But no, I haven't. Dan and David, you're recommending that we should give it a shot. Is that what you're recommending?
Your kids are gonna hate it.
No, I feel like it's such an institution.
Okay.
That it's just like, oh, you just watch it, and if you don't like it, get it over with. If you like it, but it's an institution. It's a Christmas institution.
I
agree.
Like Home Alone 1.
Yeah.
It's more like in the world of
Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, but like the black and white version of Miracle on 34th Street.
No, I understand. I definitely know what it is. I'm talking like
institution wise
every year.
There's a large faction of people who like this is their Christmas movie.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm related to a lot of them.
Some people feel that way about what I watched the first time last year, Christmas Story, right?
Yeah,
I love A Christmas Story.
Right. So our go-to, we probably have a few go-to Christmas movies. They're mostly newer, but in no particular order. Jingle Jangle's a classic for us. We've probably seen that thing all the time. Are y'all familiar with Jingle Jangle? Everybody's familiar with Jingle Jangle?
Is that the Arnold Schwarzenegger one?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
Not
I've never seen Jingle Jangle.
I respect it. I think you haven't seen it, David?
I don't think so.
Oh, Nate, have you seen it?
No.
Okay, let's slow down. Let's slow down a little bit.
I want to look this up now.
Forrest Whitaker came out 2020.
Oh, this is like last year or the year before?
Netflix classic right here.
I heard it was very good. I have not seen it.
It's excellent soundtrack. So Jingle Jangle's a non-negotiable. The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, that's a non-negotiable for us. And Home Alone 1. Those are our 3 just kind of every year. And we've already seen about 4 now, and 2 of them are new. The oldest one we'll probably watch again would be probably Christmas Story. We saw it first time last year.
Yeah,
that's us.
One I love is A Christmas Story. I believe it's not a Christmas Story. This Christmas with Chris Brown.
Oh, that's Me and Katori will watch that one specifically.
Hey, say what you will. That movie's good.
That was good.
It holds up.
It's a good time.
It's a good, fun little movie.
All
right.
It's a good time.
Nate, 10 movies that are Christmas movies that are better than It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay, now to be fair, I had to do this on Twitter the other day, so I've got the list. Now I didn't put them in order on Twitter, so I'm having to do that in my mind.
We're just gonna do this quickly because we're just gonna say trash if it was a bad take.
Okay, 10-1. Live action Grinch, Home Alone 2, Bad Santa,
Trash.
Die Hard.
Trash. It's not a Christmas movie. Go.
The Santa Claus. White Christmas.
Trash.
Home Alone, or did I ever say Home Alone?
You say Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2. Okay, so Home Alone 1 is higher. Charlie Brown Christmas, Batman Returns, A Christmas Story,
Trash.
Christmas Vacation.
What are you doing? How do you want us to respect you with this list?
Keep going. You have 3 or 4 trash.
Yeah, keep going.
I'm getting them mixed up in my head, but my top 5: Muppet Christmas Carol, Christmas Vacation, Batman Returns, Christmas Story, Elf.
Trash. Dude, half your list is trash.
It's not. Those are all classic. They're just
the argument cannot be they are classics. I'm not arguing that some people like those movies, but so many of those movies are in the same vein of It's a Wonderful Life. They aren't great movies, but because they're Christmas movies, they're given a vote of confidence.
Which Batman is this?
Batman Returns. It was 92. It was Penguin, Catwoman.
It's not a Christmas movie.
First off, it starts at a Christmas tree lighting, and the last lines of the movie are "Merry Christmas."
Okay,
it's a Christmas movie.
It's as much of a Christmas movie as Die Hard, and it also is not a Christmas movie.
What makes it not a Christmas movie?
The thematic of the movie is not based around like the holiday season. Like a Christmas movie, and neither of those are it.
So it's not enough for you for a movie to happen at Christmas.
No,
the feel.
Harry Potter has a Christmas scene in it. It's not a Christmas movie.
It has a Christmas scene, but Batman Returns, the entire movie takes place right before and on Christmas.
Do they have to get presents to kids?
Do you think Scrooge is a Christmas movie?
Which one?
Well, I guess it is the night. It is a Christmas Carol. Okay, let me think of a better example.
All I'm saying, it's a Christmas movie if they got to get presents to kids. Santa Claus is involved as the main character. If there's some sort of and we have to make sure that it's more than presents in life, like some sort of moral, this is the reason for the season. Batman was just out here not giving this is Bruce Wayne out here running around chasing some penguin man, and he could have been giving gifts to the poor people in Gotham. Get out
Penguin
of here.
was trying to kidnap kids. Batman can't take that day off.
You don't have to take day off, man. Just get these kids a house.
Pretty soon you're going to start telling me that some movie that takes place in the 3rd week of April is an Easter movie.
He will.
I mean, if there's Easter eggs everywhere and they reference Easter and they say Happy Easter to each other, that feels Easterish.
Is that the meaning of Easter? Because last time I checked, it's pretty far off.
It's not, but it doesn't mean it's not an Easter movie.
No, that's exactly what it means.
Batman ain't no Easter movie. Does he save Santa Claus? No, he don't save Santa Claus. He literally saves a person who kind of look like he tried to kidnap and kill a person that kind of looked like Santa Claus. I feel like it's anti-Christmas, if we're being honest.
No.
The Penguin is the closest to Santa Claus character in the whole Bat universe, and he tried to take him out on Christmas.
Penguin is anti-Christmas, and Batman beats him up. Therefore, Batman is pro-Christmas. There's mistletoe referenced several times. All right, next topic.
Yeah, get to the next one.
Shaquille O'Neal said he is not supporting the Lakers right now. First off, he said that he supports the Staples Center
emotionally, financially.
Yes,
I ain't watching them games.
He said I'm not. He said I'm not going to the games. He goes, I don't celebrate 6th place. He said I'd rather go watch Steph.
Shaq lives in Atlanta. He's not going to LA games anyway.
Right.
There is a part of that. Now, the other part of it that I found was more interesting is he said he supports the Staples Center changing its name. He said that name belongs to me and Kobe.
Shaq doing this weird thing where he be saying stuff. It's like, who asked you this? And why you have to answer it like that? Like, where do you get that answer from?
I mean,
Damon. What do you rate this take?
Yeah.
Shaq. First, I rate this take. I give it a 5. Shaq has a balance of trying to be in with the newer, and then also goes into the old grump. And it's always depending on which player he's talking to. So when he talks Steph Curry, he's always in with the newer and relevant. He loves Steph Curry, one of his favorite players. But a lot of times when he talks about other players and other teams, i.e., like the Shaq, like these Lakers at this moment here, is like, they're in 6th place right now. Albeit, whatever you want to say about LeBron, who's been on a tear these last 8 games, he's missed half the season. Do I think the Lakers are going to stay in 6th place? No, I don't think that personally. I also think they're going to win the championship. But for Shaq to say he doesn't support the Lakers, I'm like, now you're going overboard. But that's all I'm gonna say about him because he's clearly making all the money as the general and Papa John's man. So he knows what he's doing.
I was gonna say real quick, the Lakers don't support Shaq. Shaq ain't been a Laker. Like if you think about it, Shaq
ain't been a Laker.
Not really. Yeah, like he came back to watch Kobe retire, and he came back at the Kobe Memorial. But he's not like every great player of a team. You see them somewhere at the game. Dominique Wilkins gonna be at the Hawks games, right? Reggie Miller probably gonna pop up at Pacers game. Like Patrick Ewing when he's free.
They're gonna be in the Garden.
For Shaq to have that many championships with that team, and it's really not like at all thought of as like a Laker. Like I know he won no championship with Lakers, but like you don't see him in any kind of discussion. Like they don't support you. They don't want you. I think he's just mad that they don't like him the way he want to be liked. And this goes back to when they moved him from LA to Miami.
Miami.
Yeah. He not a Laker the way he want to be. I think that's really what this is.
Man, I'm just realizing that him and LeBron have like such a similar career. They basically played for the same teams. But this doesn't matter. He wants to be the hometown kid in LA. I agree with your take completely. He wants to like harken back to when it was him and Kobe's team. It was never him and Kobe's team. It was Kobe's team, and he was a piece of that, and a very important piece of that.
Oh, slow down, Dan.
Not the first. Early on, that was Shaq.
Slow down, Dan Duncan.
I'm applauding you because I don't want your DM lit up. I don't want you.
Don't do that, Dan Duncan.
The later maybe, but early.
No, it was Shaq and Kobe. And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's the thing that made Kobe the most mad because it was and Kobe.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. It was 1 and 1-8, but it was Shaq and Kobe.
Nobody ever said Kobe and Shaq.
How many? Okay.
Not in 99, 2000, 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how many Shaq jerseys versus Kobe jerseys? If you walk in the Staples Center today,
that's not a question.
It's an important question.
No.
Legacy. It's a legacy question.
No. We're talking about two different things. No. It's
a legacy question.
No.
If you walk into Sanford Stadium,
Kobe. We already got an easy answer.
The answer is Kobe.
No, we already got
Herschel Walker hasn't played in that stadium in 30 years.
Sure.
There is a third is 34s.
Sure.
You're not wrong, but to be fair,
you're also not right.
If Herschel died, that whole stadium's wearing 34, right? Kobe being dead, Kobe passing makes that, it's just like everybody's numbers go up when they pass.
Also, Kobe being a guard. Like if you went to a Spurs game, you'll probably find more Tony Parker jerseys than David Robinson jerseys, just because of the positions that they play.
I don't know about that.
I'm not talking on that. I just want to make sure we're clear that we don't let the Shaq and Kobe and Shaq go beyond it should be. Shaq's numbers are insane, wilt-like, as Kobe is ascending. Don't get it twisted here. I just want to make sure we're clear that 4 people like Keith Van Horn, Kenyon Martin, Jason Kidd, and et cetera, were trying to stop him all at the same time as the epic picture will show. Shaq was a force to never be reckoned with.
I'll say this, Dan, to your point, though. The height of Shaq as a Laker is nowhere close to the height of Kobe as a Laker.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nobody's disagreeing with that.
But when they were together, Shaq's height was much higher.
No, it was
that moment. It was the closest thing that we ever got to
to the point you guys are making, 1A, 1B. It was never a Converse Scotty Pitt. It was another Michael Scotty conversation.
It was Durant Curry. It was Durant Curry type of situation.
Totally.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. I'm talking legacy today.
Oh yeah, no.
Like Shaq is acting like he
is Magic Johnson. He's acting like he's Magic.
He's not Babe Ruth of the Yankees. He's just not that. He's He didn't. And he's acting like he deserves that from that city, and he's just not going to get it. He doesn't deserve it.
The two greatest Lakers, in my humble opinion, is Kobe and Magic. I think when you think Lakers, you think those two. Some people want to throw in Kareem and West.
I was going to say, we go 3-4 here.
Yeah,
real fast.
So yeah. All right, let's get this thing moving on here before we wrap this bad boy up. So earlier on Get Up on ESPN, they're talking ball. They're talking Aaron Rodgers, who got a big win the other day in his injured toe. Rodgers goes on to say that, it feels worse. I don't know what kind of setback that I had tonight, right? And so one of the analysts, Rex Ryan, former NFL coach, who, if you didn't know, he makes a joke about, feet. He goes on to say, and I quote, "I'm a toe expert." And everybody starts erupting and laughing. Well, why does that matter, Damon? Great question. It matters because he was poking fun of himself because back in 2010, when we were a little younger, he had an incident in which his wife had posted foot fetish videos online, and that he had to kind of deal with those allegations. And so, one, as comics, and even just anybody, if you're just not too serious in general, I personally can appreciate people, making light of situations, especially in hindsight, especially not taking life as serious in the midst of everything going on in this world. And it was a great chuckle. And lastly, I'll say, before I pass it to you, David, to start us off, is that if you don't know a lot about this podcast, I'm all in on feet. I've made a good deal of money over the last few years on feet. I'm pro feet. I think everybody on this podcast can agree that they've touched feet intimately. And so I think that we as a country, as a society, need to be more open to the feet slander. So David, I'm going to talk to you, a man of the streets, a new wine man, a man out here running and ripping out here. One, are you pro feet? And two, do you appreciate the self-deprecation of Rick Ryan about himself?
I appreciate self-awareness. That's dope to see because, the joke was there.
Right there.
Somebody else could have took it, but for you to take the joke that's coming to you, impressive. Then to answer your question, am I a foot person? I am the right foot person. Ooh, meaning, if you got the wrong foot, I'm not a foot person. If you got the right foot, I'll be a foot person. Everybody don't have the right feet. Some people feet be like, "Hey man, you need what's that kind of line about wearing shoes with no laces?" Sometimes I see these girls feel like you need laces in your life. Put them laces on. Don't be out here. You got laces feet. You don't got no laces feet. Yeah, all seasons. But the right foot will get my attention, but the wrong foot also will, and I will be like, "Hey, you ain't got no laces. You need some laces."
I don't like this.
That's why I'm on feet.
Nate, how much you been messing around with feet the last year and a half?
Look, I don't want to get too detailed. Ooh. I'm not a foot person. I'm not required to be a foot person. So I'll put it that way as well.
Well, let's define foot person before we get too far.
What does that mean? You're not required.
I'm not saying you got to put molasses on a big toe. I'm just saying that, you just
the way you phrase things gets you in trouble.
I'm not required to be a foot person.
I'm saying what does that mean? Lemmy doesn't have feet?
No, I've not been asked to focus on feet. I think some partners would ask their partner to focus on their feet.
Have you ever given her a foot massage?
Yes.
Nope. What? I'm surprised.
Okay. You focus on the feet then, big dog. Got your hands on it,
bro.
No, my mind's in my safe space.
Wait, what? You're not focused on the feet when you do this?
I don't like to.
You giving lackluster foot rubs?
Stop saying weird things.
They're not lackluster. They're good. I just don't.
You giving unfocused foot rubs?
Oh, no, that's not committed. That's not committed.
You literally just said you were getting foot raped and you went to your safe space.
You just say safe space.
I just don't want to 100% mentally be there because I don't like.
Focus on your wife's feet when it's time to focus on her feet, man. What's wrong with you?
Be present.
Be present.
She's got the weight of your instabilities on her shoulders, and you can't take care of her feet. My goodness.
Better focus on your wife's feet.
Jeez Louise.
I can if I
This
need
man is
to.
thinking about the West Virginia
literally
band.
just said like
Why?
I gotta go deep inside myself because I can't be here.
I got to think of a
this foot
Braves
rub.
game from '92, but I can't think about my baby girl's pinky toe. What's wrong with you, brother?
About a great Chipper Jones at bat and not his wife's feet.
Crazy.
Why if you don't get out of here? Focus on your wife's feet when you rub
I'm not
her feet.
required to be a foot person.
Also, yeah, you sound like a foot lawyer.
Like,
I'm very thankful.
Libby's
You a
got
foot
peg
lawyer?
legs over
You're
here.
not required.
Somebody said you got to put her toes in your mouth. We just saying rubber feet.
Be
Fashion.
present.
Look, I'm saying I'm very blessed. So
This man's thinking about Pat
Well,
White.
she's not.
Former West Virginia quarterback Pat White. Why you rubbing his
I
wife's
care about
feet?
your blessings. Take those
You're
down
thinking
from
about
the gate
Pat
of
White,
heaven.
aren't you? Why you rubbing your wife's feet? And Pat White sure couldn't play football.
Fiesta
You rubbing
Bowl.
your wife's feet. Good gracious, man. That's terrible.
Only quarterback in college football history to win 4 bowl games. That's
That's what
great.
he's thinking about.
But how many toes does your wife have, Nate? Do you know that? Bet you don't even look.
Not even in the game. Don't even know foot massage equivalent to floor
You ever
play.
Googled how to give a good foot massage? You didn't, did you? I guarantee you Google Pat White's stats. You should be ashamed of yourself. Giving your wife half-ass foot rubs.
This man
and you
out
know all
the
of Pat White's stats.
She ain't tried to make 2 moves and he ain't paying attention because he
Pat
over here
White don't
talking
love
about.
you like that. You love on your wife's toes.
You ain't
What's wrong
never
with you,
touched
man?
Pat White feet.
You'll never touch Pat White's feet. She got your wife's feet right in front of you.
Right
You
there in
ain't
front of you.
focused.
Man, I
Not
wonder what Matt
focused, Nate.
Ryan would do in the Hall of Fame. Well, if you don't get
man.
those pinky toes on your chin, what's wrong with you? God dog it.
Man.
Get your
I'm
life.
trying to buy Bob Huggins sweatsuits instead of focused on your wife's feet.
Gosh, I can't wait to dress like Bob Huggins. All right, next topic. Let's get into the NFL MVP race. I think it feels like it's up for grabs. I don't know if you guys have watched a ton over the past few weeks. The MVP odds right now, as they stand, I think,
It's
unfortunately,
between 3 quarterbacks, bro. It's between 3 quarterbacks.
It's gonna be Brady.
No.
What? Brady,
Brady,
Rogers,
Rogers,
Brady,
and Murray.
Rodgers,
Murray.
and Murray.
That's it.
In it, all
Did you
NFC.
know that the Brady is 12-0 versus the Falcons?
If I didn't know, but it felt like that. If I'm being honest, I didn't know for sure, but it feels like it.
So I want Kyler Murray to win it so bad.
He won't. It's Tom Brady.
Of course you do. Of course
It's
you
Tom
do.
Brady's.
I just don't want either of those.
Jaded.
I just don't want either of those
foot-hating.
guys to win it.
Why?
Because Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he deserves anything good to happen to him this year.
Why?
Because of the whole cutesy, I'm vaccinated sort of stuff.
What do you say? Inoculated?
Yeah,
What'd you
something like that. But like I don't know. So that whole thing like
He's so good at
infuriates me.
football.
I
Very
don't.
good at football.
I
Dude,
don't-
Let me
he
ask you
throw-
this. I know you.
He throws the ball differently than I've ever.
Here's the thing.
watched a
Who-
quarterback throw a football?
Who is more fun to watch out of those 3 quarterbacks?
Aaron Rodgers.
It's Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is one of the most entertaining athletes we have right
He
now.
hadn't been on the field long enough this year to get that. He missed too many games. He missed a lot of games, but he
Rodgers.
missed a few.
Rodgers.
Rodgers is way more fun to watch because it don't matter who's out there, Rodgers is gonna find him. I have a question on Nate. I know you continue. If you listen to this podcast, we know Nate always gonna hate on Tom Brady, right? That's just what it is. And you're gonna always bring up the past. But as a man of faith, as I assume that you are, what does he have to do to get some reconciliation? You're like, what did he do to you evil this year that makes you hate him this year?
For me to say anything good about Tom Brady, I would need divine intervention.
I'm telling you, God don't like ugly.
No,
I
I
would
would
real ugly to Tom Brady.
I would need like the do not fear angel to show up and be like, Tom Brady's good at football.
The do not fear
Gabriel.
just who like just the angels that are like, I know you're pretty freaked out.
The do not fear angel.
There's a few
Your
of them.
Christian school education was trash.
I'm just saying, there's a few of those. There's the few of the do not fear guys.
You
one
remember
of
the names?
Two. There's
Gabriel,
Gabriel
Michael.
and Jesus.
Yeah, Gabriel, Michael, Lucifer at one point in time. Come on, man.
Anyway.
A lot of them.
It would have to be one of those guys that just freaks me out. So I would have to have like a road to Damascus.
My thing is like, if there was ever a year that you could, like, what did he do to you this year? What did he do that was so wrong this year?
That's the thing. We don't know. He has gotten so good at cheating.
What did he do? No,
Oh
he
my
did nothing this
gosh.
year. He's old.
Can I tell you?
old.
Can I tell
Nothing
you
that we
why
know
you
of
should-
right now.
Can I tell you why you should love Tom Brady?
Please, I want to hear
is
this.
he is your only hope that you can keep getting better at things as you get older. The rest of the world tells us that we are getting older and we are done. And that man gets better every single year.
It's crazy. He's gotten better every single year, even with his trainer being tied to PEDs.
We don't care about steroids. You should be able to play anything.
Of course, he's getting better every single year.
No,
you have no problem with steroids. You don't. You lie.
I have no problem with steroids within the rules. When Barry Bonds took steroids, they were within the rules.
No, and he also took them when he broke the rules.
They changed the rules on him,
and he did, still did it.
You are such a rules.
That is different. Also, Barry Bonds, greatest baseball player of all time. Then he took steroids. Tom Brady,
and he did it illegal.
No, Tom Brady had a spare tire stomach, was a late round pick, and the only reason he won a Super Bowl is because of Adam Vinatieri.
You're gonna fat shame someone?
Yeah, NFL quarterback. Yes,
fat shame.
Absolutely. I can criticize NFL quarterbacks that look like used car salesmen. I have no problem doing that. And also, we know Tom Brady is no stranger to science improving him, because we can see that since he's been the more money he's gotten, the more angular his face has gotten. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. That's what I'm saying.
Being rich and ugly.
That's what I'm saying. If you are going to scientifically improve your face, why wouldn't you take the same techniques for your sport, for your body? He is not afraid of doctors. He's not afraid of medicine. His trainer got the Super Bowl MVP.
You act like he has access to the super serum. He's not Captain America. He's still 44. We don't have that technology.
But the NFL's not. But the NFL's not going to test him.
We don't care is what I'm saying. Oh my God. He's not a super soldier.
It's so annoying.
He's still 44 years old.
Y'all asked.
You're so hurt. You're so hurt. You're so hurt.
If you don't want to hear the truth about Tom Brady, stop asking for it.
You think the steroids mean that he's never lost to the Falcons?
No, I think the steroids created longevity.
In the history of him playing, not one Falcons team has beaten him.
Yeah,
not one.
He has been on very successul teams.
Bro, we can't keep Aaron Rodgers ran around the Bears Stadium as if he owned the place, and Tom Brady's record against the Falcons is better.
Right?
Yeah, like I said, it's mysterious, almost unrealistic.
Atlanta is home to Tom Brady and Kanye West.
Kyler Murray is Russell Wilson, but better. So
yeah,
we're in for a treat. He's super fun to watch.
You got Murray? You got Murray?
No. Okay. I'm going to finish the statement by saying that what Aaron Rodgers does with the football, he puts the football in places that you think is by accident. Like, there's no way you could go over that linebacker, under that cornerback, through that gap, and he does it on a consistent basis. He is a weird individual who I struggle to root for, but I think he's the best quarterback in the league. And Tom Brady astounds me every time. Like, it's just like, you should not continue to get this good. Like, he took a hit the other day. He lofted. He's getting drilled into the ground and threw it to the corner of the end, or to the 10-yard line before the receiver had even broken out of his route, and just the receiver runs under the ball. I'm like, the ability to do that.
So they're all great. So your MVP, who you got?
Rodgers.
That
team sucks, dude, without Aaron Rodgers.
That's true. Damon?
Yo.
Your MVP.
At this current moment, yeah, I think it's Rodgers. Although I think the Cardinals are the best team in the league, I think Rodgers is the MVP at the moment.
Nate?
I think it's Murray. I mean, he's the best player on the best team.
What y'all say?
Right. Or we'll say the most valuable person on the best team.
All right. Did y'all know that Tom Brady got 4,000 yards already?
Yeah, we did. I didn't know that.
36 touchdowns?
Yeah.
To Aaron Rodgers, 3,000 yards right now with 27 touchdowns.
They're much more run-centric, too, so he's definitely not throwing like he used to when they didn't have a run offense. They got
but them numbers is going to look like You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Oh no, for sure.
What? And Brady has what? 3 interceptions? 2 interceptions?
I think so, 3 or 4. I think it's 4.
It's silly number. So
yeah, bro. Yeah.
I would not be surprised at all if Brady gets it. Let me be clear. But yeah, I think on paper, as they should be since they're the champs, the Bucks also have a more talented pound for pound team. So, but let's get to this last topic here.
But Matt Ryan's he's gonna fight for his 8-8 and 12, 13 interceptions. But he is the GOAT.
If they go 3-1, they're in the playoffs.
And doing what there? Getting drilled. Get out of here, man. He messed us up winning. That's how bad he is. He wins and ruins his franchise. Take a hint. Take these L's. Get out of here.
Last topic here.
Help us get your replacement.
Bobby Wagner, Seattle Seahawks, great linebacker, future Hall of Famer, went on a rant about how disgusting Mayo is. And so I'm going to start with a person who wished he had a paid partnership with Mayo. Nathan Owens here. And I just want you to just kind of, if you can here, let us know how accurate he is. Because I think, and I'm going to get to my piece in a second here, I'm intrigued, but just start with your defense for how much you love mayonnaise.
So I think people that don't like mayonnaise confuse it with Miracle Whip. And I think that's the problem. Mayonnaise improves everything that it's in. Like every chicken salad is not good without mayonnaise. Egg salad is not good without mayonnaise. I mean, you think deviled eggs. You think now that it's a game changer now, becoming a game changer on turkeys and with grilled cheese and on regular sandwiches. Mayonnaise heats well. It's good cold. It's very versatile. I do not understand the hate against it. Now, I'm not somebody that globs it on, but I do buy name brand mayonnaise, and it has to be like the real stuff. I'm not a fan of this like avocado oil mayonnaise.
What's your mayonnaise brand though?
Duke's.
All right.
What's your opinion, Dan and David? You a Mayo guy, Dan?
I mean, yeah, I'm a Mayo guy as much as I'm a mustard guy, as much as I'm a Cholula guy. I love my sauces.
Okay.
Mayo makes good,
Makes things
good ingredient.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy at the baseball stadium just scooping out some mayo.
Ugh.
No, that guy's a weirdo.
None of us are. None of us are.
David, you a fan?
All right, I'm just using this to come clean. I don't think I said this on the regular show. But I gotta say, if there's anybody in my family listening to this right now, over Thanksgiving break, I lied to my family.
Lied to them.
I was asked to prepare a brisket, and I did not have the rub that I did not have the binder of mustard that I normally use. And so I put mayonnaise all over a brisket and used as a binder. However, I told everybody in my family that big old jar of yellow jar of actual Duke's mayonnaise, I told them that it was duck fat. I lied to y'all. Y'all ate mayonnaise. I know y'all hate mayonnaise, but you consumed it and you all liked it. So get over it.
Hilarious. So I think that it's really a funny stereotype that white people have garnered for a long time. And I am fine with mayonnaise. When done well. Now, all the stuff you named, Nate, I don't really eat that stuff personally, but I know people of all ethnicities who enjoy all those different type of salads and those eggs, and so it works. I gotta have a little bit of moisture on my sandwich. If I'm making a turkey sandwich, I just gotta have some little more. Ain't nothing worse than no dry sandwich, fam. So I'm gonna put a little moisture on that thing. But it is intriguing when you see it go overboard. When mayonnaise go overboard, then everybody's got to get off the ship here. But when done well, I'm all in.
Mayonnaise is just it's a solid teammate. If it's the base for your sauce, it's gonna be a good sauce. But on its own, it's not a sauce. And I appreciate the humility of Mayo that is just like, look, if you want to mix me with ketchup and relish, I'll be a great burger sauce. If you want to put me on your sandwich solo, like I'll do what I can, just not too much of me. And I really appreciate that about Mayo.
If you eat a sandwich and you bite into it and a glop of mayonnaise come out, I do want to fight you though.
Oh no, that's too much.
That makes my stomach turn. If you bite into it and then at the other end it's just like a glop of mayo, you've done too much. You've overestimated how good mayonnaise is, and just know in my heart, I want to punch you in the chest.
You've done
I don't
too
like
much.
you. That makes me sick.
Is there a condiment or a spread or a sauce that you guys just do not get the appeal of?
Relish. Anti-relish.
Anti-relish.
Well, I'm also anti-pickle. So that's tomato
Okay.
for me, personally.
Is this something I don't mess with? No, I
Maybe
like the
it's not.
sauces.
I can't do
Yeah,
relish.
I used to not like mustard and I used to not like pickles, but I'm all like pickle juice.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
You said pickle juice like you're drinking that in a shot glass. I just want for the people to know you don't mean you just.
I had a shot of pickle juice the other day.
When I make burger sauce, it's mayo,
Mhm,
mustard,
mhm.
ketchup,
Yeah,
Worcestershire,
yeah,
pickle juice,
yeah.
and some
In
like
the
relish or
in the
chopped up onion.
recipe. In the recipe.
hmm
Not like backwash. Let me just go ahead and get a little swig of this. Good night, babe.
No, but it's a good ingredient in things.
I took a shot of pickle juice with tequila. It was a pickle. What do you call it? Pickleback.
You put tequila and pickle juice.
Nah, when I was in Milwaukee, they was like, "Oh, you doing this crazy?" Was it tequila? It was something very powerful,
David.
And then they were like, "All right, take a shot."
Who are these people in the store?
Pickleback.
Who do you think they was? They wasn't us.
Who are these people in this store in
Who do
Milwaukee?
you think they was? I was in Milwaukee.
Pickle juice with tequila.
Yeah, it was a pickle, whatever you call pickleback or whatever. They was like, you get the option between something and pickle juice. And pickle juice was, I was like,
What was the other option?
I don't know. I forgot, but I was like, I was in Rome. I went with it.
You better leave Rome. Get back to Compton. Get back to Detroit. Get out of Milwaukee.
I took the shot of tequila, then I took the shot of pickle juice. And you know what? It wasn't that bad.
Get out of here.
All right.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
We gotta wrap that up then. If we're gonna get into pickle juice.
Hey man, y'all ain't never been out here in these streets, had a cramp in
Had
a cramp in basketball practice, and then you saw on sports science that you could drink pickle juice.
Yeah, or just Gatorade, or have a banana.
Everybody didn't have Gatorade money, okay? All right, you want to flex on me?
Anything.
Some of us had leftover pickle juice in the school cafeteria, and them cramps was hidden. So he was like, "Hey man, run that pickle juice," and then you develop a certain taste for pickle juice. I didn't ask for this; it came to me.
Nate, put a little Duke Mayo on your boo's toe and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us, everybody. Thank y'all. Digging all 10 of our topics.
Duke, baby.
Baby.
I mean, for
Duke night. Duke night.
Do I get Duke's money though?
You sleeping in her bed. You better settle down.
My name is Nathan Owens. You find me on Twitter. I'm _Owens. Instagram, IMO is NathanOwensComedy.com.
Yo, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Do or Die. That's at DUEORDIE or DavidPurdueComedy.com. If you're in Atlanta, this Friday, I believe, I'll be at Alliance Theater performing on the Hertz Live, hosted by one of Atlanta's funniest, Mark Kendall. It's comedy, music, a whole bunch of stuff. But I'll be performing at Alliance Theater this Friday. So if you're there, check my page. I think I posted where you can get the ticket link. And also, I think there's like a discount code. So, pull up this Friday if you're in Atlanta, Alliance Theater. Pull up on me.
Get at me on Instagram, DAMONJR at the number 2.
Dan, run it back.
What's up? I'm not here now. I'm watching some stupid video on Crafty Panda.
All right. Hashtag 4th and 10. See y'all next week.
Holla.
Peace.
These Crafty Panda videos, guys, they get you every
What is
time.
Crafty Panda?
If you've got a personal auto insurance question, you could talk to a cab driver, although the policies he recommends might include avoiding the interstate, beating traffic by taking the back roads, and only making left turns when absolutely necessary. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent, whose policy is to use their expertise to navigate your insurance, finding the best route to help you save money on insurance for your home, car, and more. And as an added bonus, you'll be able to avoid traffic jams and potholes entirely. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local.
The $2 Small McCafe is the answer to your day. The question is whether you go with a rich caramel frappe paired with a warm cinnamon roll, a sweet caramel macchiato paired with a blueberry muffin made with real blueberries, or a hot chocolate paired with a classic apple fritter. Don't worry, there's never a wrong choice. Price and participation may vary, cannot be combined with any other offer.